In this problem, there's a camera mounted 3,000 feet away from a space shuttle launching pad. So we could have a camera, say at this point, and a space shuttle launching pad at this point, and the distance between the 2 points is 3,000 feet. And the camera needs to pivot or rotate as the shuttle is launched to keep the shuttle in focus, right? So the camera is going to be panning upwards at some kind of angle. Right, so there's always some triangle here, but this angle is changing as the shuttle goes up. What we want to know is if the shuttle is rising vertically at 800 feet per second. So the shuttle is going up at 800 feet per second. And what's going on with this distance here? How fast is the camera to shuttle distance changing when the shuttle is 4,000 feet high? So, some things we know is this is draw this triangle again and make some labels. So I'm going to call this side H because it will be the height of the shuttle. I'm going to call this distance, the hypotenuse of our triangle, D, because that's the distance between the camera and the shuttle. And we know that this side is 3,000. So some things to notice, since this must be a right triangle, because this shuttle is rising vertically. We know that D squared must equal H squared plus 3,000 squared. And what we want to know is, the question ultimately is, what is dd dt? So to even bring that into the problem, I'll need to take the derivative of this. So 2d dd dt equals 2h dh dt plus 0. Or if I solve this for d dt, the rate of change of the distance, I will have h times dh dt divided by d, because the 2's divided out. Now to answer the question, now that I've got maybe all the relationships I need, we want to know if the shuttle is rising vertically at 800 feet per second. So we're told that dh dt is 800. When the shuttle is 4,000 feet high, so when h is 4,000, what is dd dt? That's what we want to know. And in order to figure out dt, I need to know both h and d. And I do have a right triangle, and I know that d squared equals h squared plus 3,000 squared. And I'm told at this point that h squared is 4,000, or h is 4,000. So d squared equals 4,000 plus 3,000 squared. And some of you will recognize the Pythagorean triple here, but in this case d will equal 5,000, or you can solve it if you don't recognize it. So now we can solve for dd dt, because we know that dd dt equals h, which in this case is 4,000, times dh dt, which is 800. And all of that is being divided by d, which in this case is 5,000. And when we simplify this out, we end up with 640, and this will be feet per second. So the shuttle at this particular instant in time is getting further away from the camera at a rate of 640 feet per second.